Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Tuesday, the 29th of August. We are about to really change. Things haven't really cooled down, but they have. The nighttime's cooled down just a little bit. Next few days will be even a little cooler at night and some relief from the extreme heat. It's cool water sinks, so it really happens very quickly. And you'll be surprised at how the water can change. So we were at 90s to 95s last week, and we're already 88 to 93, so just a few degrees, but there is a change. The lake's continuing to drop, 40130 yesterday, 40127 today, which is basically about 9 inches below full pool. Remember, for every 0.25 here is 3 inches. So we're basically 1.9, 1 foot 9 inches below full pool as of now. We're still having kind of that summer water, that brownish. It's not mud water, but it's just from the heat. A lot of floating, what they call bryozoan. It looks like a big old jellyfish clump floating around. That's actually shows a good sign of health. They attach, those are living organisms is what they are, bryozoan. It attaches to wood and different things underwater. And for whatever reason, this time of year, when it gets this hot, they'll release and they float around. But they're living organisms. It's a good, healthy sign, good water. Fishing is kind of, I'm not going to mislead you and tell you that it's improving, but it's about to. We still kind of have some of the same things. The nighttime bite, if you hit the lights, the right night lights, and you stay away from catfish and gar, you can find some really good night fishing on the lights. You want to obviously have a source of shad there, and brim, crawfish are around the area. You're going to have some big bass visit those lights throughout the night. They come in and raid like coyotes. So if you're on the night lights, stay off of the edges. Fish the dark edges where that green glowing water starts to turn dark again. Square bills, spoons, believe it or not, can be really good on those edges. And of course, just anything of your Texas rig worms, creature baits, jigs, stuff like that can always catch them. I like to throw a square bill. It works really good. You also catch a lot of white bass sometimes too, so you just have fun doing that with a square bill. But that's the nighttime. I did have a friend who started catching a few during the day the other day using big worms. Fishing a little bit shallower than you would normally think. Fishing about 14 to 16 feet of water. But big worms in the color Bama bug, which is like a green pumpkin blue. I believe it was a Bama bug. I think that's what it's called. But basically a green pumpkin blue swirled type worm. But it's about to really get good. It will, when we cool down here, these fish have been suppressed for a while due to heat, and it's just been a tough season altogether. Vegetation has grown pretty fair in the shallow backwaters. I don't mean the flooded vegetation that grew when the lake was down and dry, that got flooded. That was exciting for the fish. That's a lot of that has eroded away, died away, and it's covered in junk. But there's been a lot of green growth, alligator grass, a little bit of hydrilla that's come in, a little bit of lily pads, a little bit of what we call skunk weed, really, or not the kind of skunk weed some of you are probably laughing about. A pond weed, they call it. It stinks. It's stinky weed. It's not milfoil, but it's like a pond grass, pond weed. They got scratchy pond weed and regular pond weed. We're seeing a little bit of coontail. But there's some green on the shoreline. And provided they don't go spray this stuff, and I don't think they have yet, this fall, when we get a cool trend, there's something really attractive to draw the bait, to draw all of the shad into the banks, to draw the bluegills and brim to the banks, which of course in turn will draw the bass back in. So I expect if we don't kill off all the shallow vegetation and SRA does not go on some big crazy spray campaign, there's going to be a pretty good fall bite for the first time. Even when the lake turns over, they're going to go shallow. When the lake turns over, they go shallow anyways, 3 or 4 feet. And now they've got cover, good green, fresh cover. Help us filter the water, oxygenate the water. Look for some really good fall fishing, September, October, November here on Lake Fork, even through the turnover. Big Bass Splash is coming. I have no dates available left. Everything is completely full. But I do have some buddies that are guides that I would love to set you up with. If you want to fish with, you still need a slot for the lake to be shown around, to be dialed in for the Big Bass Splash. I've got a couple of buddies. My good friend Jay Bonner is available. Rich Stringer is available. Just either look them up or message me for their numbers. I'll get you their information. and that event should be pretty good. Usually there's about 20 to 25 or more overs caught in that event. Lots of unders. It's a 3-day event. Good money. Great time with Bob Seeley and the Big Bass Splash. And that is the second week of September. It's basically about 3 weeks away. Less than that. 2.5 now. Okay? So get yourself ready for that. And then I'm going to close you with this. Again, the daytime bite right now is still iffy. Depends on whether the cloud cover comes in. When we're having the really raw heat and stuff, it's real hard to fish through the day. So fish early, fish late. But remember, Lake Fork Trophy Lures. Lake Fork Trophy Lures has now come out with 3 new released colors. Really, there's 4 colors. But we've got Plum Apple. This is one of their 7-inch worm right here. This is not the big 10-inch worm. This is a 7-inch worm. We've got Plum Apple. We've got Lake Fork PB&J. This is their creature bait. We've got Bourbon Street. This is the ring fry in the Bourbon Street. And then we have California 420, which I don't have one of those up here to show you. But Lake Fork Trophy Lures, okay, back with a vengeance. These baits are awesome. They're impregnated with salt and garlic, so they're already treated well. The fish love to eat them. They love to hold on. They don't let them go. Catches a lot of big fish. Very famous. In fact, the ring fry itself, this is a PB&J ring fry here. I just love it. But the ring fry itself is a very famous bait. It changed the history of bass fishing years ago. This being just rigged, Carolina rig, all of the last probably 20 years has caught a lot of big bass. The chartreuse and pepper version is really, really good. But now try it in some of these other colors and give the fish a look that they haven't ever seen. All right. Other than that, listen, I don't have a whole lot yet to give you. I'm going to do a members only rundown here in just a few minutes, and I don't have a whole lot more to give them either. But we will, as the season, again, as fall starts to progress, the daytime's already shortening. The nighttime air will start cooling the water, and the cool water will sink and change everything real fast. So I wish I had more to give you. I'll be back Thursday, 2 days from now, to give you a little bit more reinforcing report. But listen, I do still want to invite you over to the members only. We give a lot of information in the members only. I don't just talk about Lake Fork. I actually give about 6 or 7 other lakes in the area. I talk about Lake Welsh, Lake Athens. I talk about Possum Kingdom. I talk about Ray Hubbard. I talk about sometimes Texoma. I talk about Tawakoni. I talk about crappie fishing. I talk about white bass and hybrid fishing. I even talk about some catfishing. So if you really want more information that you get here publicly, you need to subscribe to my private members only channel. $4.99 a month. It's real simple. Look in the description below this video. Click out of the video and read the description below. There'll be a link. Click on that link and you'll be able to go straight to YouTube and subscribe. Just follow the procedures. The link will take you right through it. Super simple. Become a member and get more information than ever before. Definitely more information that you'll get here publicly. All right. So thanks again for watching. Hit the like button, comment below, share any information, ask any questions you may have. God bless you all, and I wish you great fishing.